Hey, Joe Fear here from GetThriveCart.com. In this video, I wanted to break down the top 12 questions that we get asked almost every single day in our support desk, in our group for ThriveCart, and all of the above. So Matt and I have been affiliates for ThriveCart for 3+ years, maybe even 4 years now. We were one of the very first users of ThriveCart. I've already sold over 7 figures of ThriveCart as an affiliate. So we get fielded a ton of questions all the time. So we wanted to distill the top 12 things that not only customers ask, but potential customers of ThriveCart ask. I want to make sure that they're all addressed in this video. So let's get into that right now. Alrighty, so like I was saying, we have a bunch of common questions that we get every single day with ThriveCart, and I'm going to go really quick in this video, and just know that a lot of the details that I might skip over here are going to be linked right below the video in the blog post that we have this video embedded in. And if you're on YouTube or anywhere else, then there should be links around that you can follow up and kind of dig in deeper. So just know I'm going to cruise through this as fast as we can because there's 12 big things to cover and I don't want to take all day. So, all right, we're going to start with integrations. You can see right now, I'm just looking at the dashboard here for ThriveCart. This is one of our dummy accounts, so not a lot of stats, but just know that these are where your, all the stats are going to show right here on the front page. And there are some major updates coming to this stat area that's going to improve greatly. So we're not going to dig into that now. We're going to start with the integrations. So we want to go to settings and make sure that we go to our integrations tab and we see all these different options here. We're going to focus on kind of the top 3 here. So payment gateways, we'll start here. So the 3 big gateways that you can use to accept payments are Authorized.net, PayPal, and Stripe. Now PayPal and Stripe, these are very simple to get started right away. And Authorized.net, it has some other options and it's kind of unique because it syncs up with a lot of different banks and payment processors. So if you're out of the country or if you have some unique scenario or deal with a bank where you're getting better, rates on your transaction fees, Authorized.net could be really helpful for you. So if we go down here to autoresponders, these are all the emails that you can integrate with, the email autoresponder systems to integrate with. So you can see the list of the common ones that are already integrated inside of here. And these are also listed on a lot of the different pages. I'll link you again to different things. So on the blog post below this video, you'll have a link to check this out in greater detail. So if your service is not integrated inside of ThriveCart straight up right inside of here, do know that there's another way to actually do this. So if you go under products and under the settings and go over to the behavior tab, this is all the behavioral rules. What you can do is add in a custom HTML field. So you'll grab this from the form code inside of whatever your email autoresponder system is. So you can have one of these 4 selections here is product purchase, refund, if you want to create an abandoned cart sequence or a payment decline sequence. You could select one of these. So let's just say for purchase product, you would want to use this HTML code, the form code you get from your autoresponder, and you plug that in right inside of here. And assume you do that, you hit save. Now every single time someone purchases this product, they'll get added to your autoresponder. So it doesn't matter if it's natively integrated inside of ThriveCart or not. So that's just something just to make sure that you're not tripped up on that, is that the autoresponders are, these ones are natively integrated. They're very easy to walk through and integrate using the videos inside of here and the different instructions. Each one's slightly different, but they take 2 seconds, but just know that the custom HTML code can really help you out. Now, the other integration to look at is the membership section. So again, we have about 6 in here right now, and more are going to be added. Don't worry, these are all based off of demand. But what you can do is actually integrate, and this goes with the email as well, just to kind of backstep a bit, is that there is the option to use Zapier to integrate with almost any other platform out there. So if you don't see your autoresponders integrated in here, or your membership sites, or even any of these other services you might want to use, just know that ThriveCart has tens of thousands of connections via Zapier. So it has all this stuff kind of all done up for you. It makes it super easy. There's a whole builder inside of here, and we have a video that actually breaks that down. We'll link you to that as well right below this video. So it's really cool. Just know that you can basically integrate with anything. And there's also custom APIs and webhooks that you can actually set up if you're a little bit more techie to integrate with some extra platforms as well. So those are all the integrations. And we do have another video right below this one, on the blog post if you just want to dig into that a little deeper. Okie dokie. So the next one is checkout designs. So what are the checkout designs you have available? All right, so the way we do that and the way we dig into there are the product settings. We go to checkout and we see that the designs we have are 4 basic designs, or these are the foundational designs. And just know that you can customize the heck out of these once you dig into there. So all you would do is select one of these 4 right here, and we have the tall. You have this kind of 2-step checkout where it takes information and it has the customer actually put in a second step that allows you to gather more info from folks to follow up if they don't complete their purchase. You have this kind of simple pop-up checkout that you can link to a button. That's a good use case for that. And then you have this embeddable checkout page that you can use on a page like this one. So this is kind of a page that we made inside of our page builder, and we actually give you this template. So if you don't have ThriveCart already, or if you've purchased through us, we'll actually give you this template when you sign up under our affiliate link for ThriveCart. And just see that you have all kind of the main things to sell a product here. And then what we have is the product or the actual checkout page embedded right inside of here. And all we're using is this embeddable checkout and then placing the code right inside of there. So know that you do have a lot of different ways to customize your checkout pages. And you can even do that inside of here if you wanted to dig through here. So again, we have a whole video that breaks all the checkout design options down. We'll link that right below the video on the post. And a lot of new updates are actually coming to this area that will give you a lot of ways to customize this stuff even further. So that's coming with a big update very soon. That's what the ThriveCart team told us. Alrighty, so another common question we get are about payment options and subscriptions. So let's go into this product and I'll show you what that looks like inside of ThriveCart. So once you're in here, go to pricing tab, and then what I'm going to do is delete this and show you how to set pricing for your products and the options you have. So what you can do is you have basically one of 4 main ways to price your product and choose a payment type. So we have the basic one-time, subscription, split pay, and then you have this unique option of pay your own price. So for this, let's do a one-time payment of $100 just for an example. And just see that you can make a trial period as well and set the duration of that over here. But let's just say, that's it for next, and we'll just keep it very basic. So we have this one pricing option. Now what's really cool with ThriveCart is you can select multiple pricing options and give that to your customers so they have the ability to choose one or the other. So let's say that we have this one-time payment of $100, but we want to give them the option to split up the payment, let's say. And we could split it into $25, we'll call it, and split it over 4 months. And we could do it that way. So you could see this little descriptions down here. It says, hey, your customer will be charged $25 immediately, and then $25 for every month for the next 3 months, totaling $100. So that is one pricing option you can do. And you can see it's split pay, 4x at $25. Boom. Now that's all saved in there. Pretty cool stuff. Now let's say we just wanted to remove this thing, both of those, and set a subscription up. So this is actually really cool because you have tons of options on the billing frequency. And then you could set your monthly price, your today price, and even trial periods on this as well. And you can set different, rebill durations or periods as well. So lots of options. Just know that you have complete flexibility when it comes to pricing your product and giving folks a lot of different options as well. So right under that pricing section, you'll see that you can actually collect tax. All right, so when we turn this on for sales tax calculation, we first got to set up the actual category that our product fits in. So we have digital products and physical products. Let's say the ebook for this one. And you'll hit next. And then essentially, depending on your settings, your local country, and what you're looking to do, just make sure to select the proper boxes, and this will kind of walk through all the different things you should be aware of. then hit next, put your address where you actually are selling the product from, and then save these details here. And then ThriveCart is going to do the work to actually calculate these taxes automatically. So this thing has your back, and you don't have to kind of be in the be in the dark with taxes and whatnot. It does all that work for you. So again, we have a whole video on this and pricing options and breaking this down further. We're going to link that below this video. All right, so this next one's a big one, and this is all about dunning. So dunning is located right here in the settings section. And basically what dunning is, this comes in handy for folks with subscription revenues, subscription type products. So what dunning will do is it's a process, an automated process that tries to reclaim all of this unpaid subscription revenue that you have out there. So this could be because of people with their cards expiring, or maybe they changed their credit cards, or they're just overdue on their payment, maybe something declined. All of these different ways, ThriveCart actually does the follow-up for you to get them to update their credit card or do something, just pay up on these old amounts that are out there. Because without dunning, you have to do it manually, and that's not fun at all. So what you want to do is enable dunning, and then you have all these different options for durations of emails. These are all the standard default emails that ThriveCart has built in for you. So you can see for upcoming payment email reminders, you have overdue payments, you have expiring credit card follow-ups, and then also, expiring soon, and then expired credit cards. So it kind of has all the bases covered. So that's extremely helpful when it comes to any subscription revenue. It just allows you to recoup this money you worked really hard to get off of some kind of frivolous things like credit cards expiring, things that are out of your control. Now you have control to actually follow up and keep these customers that might have been happy but just didn't realize that their billing expired. So dunning's amazing. We're going to link you to that as well below here in the post if you're on the page. All right, so one of the other common questions we get are bump offers. What are they and how can I use them? So when you are setting up your product in ThriveCart, you have the option right after the pricing tab. There's this little thing called setting up a bump offer for your product. And what you have the option to do is set it as either a physical product or a digital product. And we'll do confirm on the digital. So basically this little box right here is going to show up on your checkout page, and it's essentially an add-on for your product. So if someone selects this, depending on what the price is right here, this will be added to their total. So let's just say example bump, we'll call it $50. And what you can do is you have limited text in this area to describe the product, but that's okay. It should be an add-on product, one that doesn't take a full sales page or anything like that. And typically, if it's kind of a no-brainer add-on, it has high conversion rate. You'll get a higher order value for each customer that comes through your cycle here. So what you want to do is get this amazing add-on now, special price of only $50. Obviously this copy is not great. And get it today at this exclusive price. Cool. And then basically you'll save this, and this will pop up on your checkout page now. So it's a nice little add-on for the product. It's a great way to increase your whole overall order value. Now, another thing we can do is add in upsells and downsells. And that can be done right over here. So if we go to our products tab, you see upsells and you have downsells over here. And it's very simple. You just want to add a new upsell. It could be an either digital or physical product. We go to create a new upsell, and upsell name goes here, very descriptive. Go next, and now you have all these other options you can have for an upsell. So you can have a one-time fee, you can have a subscription or a split pay option as an upsell. So we can do one time for here. You can have different quantity, and you can allow multiple purchases if you wish. Let's call it another $100 offer here. And then hit next. And you can choose if you want affiliates to get a commission of this or not. And we're just going to hit no on this one here. Hit next. And then what you can do is go over here. Basically, this is saying we need to customize the page. We're not going to dig into this now. We have some videos on this as well. And what you'll want to do is kind of set up this whole thing, but set up your behavior tracking and apply this to a product of your choosing. So once you have your upsell or your downsell created, you would then attach that to your product, so that comes in the next the sequence after someone purchases. So the upsells and downsells are amazing. They're all one-click upsells and downsells. So there's no extra entering card details or anything like that. This is going to increase your conversions, and it's just a smooth experience for your customers. It's really cool. So another question we get are, can we sell physical products? Or can we sell things like shirts or mugs or things like that? The answer is yes, but it's a little different. So if you're used to something like Shopify, it's not going to have kind of all the different products and you can pick and choose and add them to a cart and then check out all at once. What ThriveCart's built on is to create a focused funnel all the way through, so you're selling a single product or a single type of product. And typically what people do if they are on Shopify or WooCommerce or any of these e-com platforms is they choose either their best-selling product or they take their most profitable product. And they create a sales process around that product and create something like this, like an amazing shirt, checkout page. Even though this is very basic looking, you can see how if you have a top selling product, you can actually highlight that and then make more money because it's a focused funnel. It's a focused sales experience rather than trying to sell multiple products all at once using one checkout page. So what this is doing is you can actually select different sizing, different options if you wish per this specific product, and you can add in multiple quantities. There's shipping address. You can even add in a bump offer. This is kind of like what I was describing earlier. So all sorts of different things. And what's cool is under the settings, there's a lot of different fulfillment options under integrations. So if we go to fulfillment services, you'll see if you're selling physical products, there's a lot of different things you can use to make your life a lot easier. So we have disc.com for physical things like that. Google Sheets is really cool to just create a database of all of your orders. Kunaki is another one that integrates, sends out a lot of physical versions of products out there, discs and whatnot like that. Shipio's good. Printful has a lot of t-shirt, mugs, and all these different swag type options you can integrate with. Lulu.com is great for books and other different resources like that. ShipStation, Shopify is good. If you have a previous Shopify store, it'll actually send over the details, all the transaction information to Shopify. We have a whole video on that as well. And tons of options on here. Again, Zapier is on here as well if you want to integrate with something that's not shown. So do know we do have a product or a whole video on this stuff and specifically how to use Shopify and some of these strategies of how people have found this to work really well to increase their overall revenue is if you add ThriveCart into the mix alongside of something that you might already be using for selling your physical products. All right, so if we go under one of these, let's go to the amazing shirt. We're going to highlight behavioral rules and different tags you can pass over to your different tools like autoresponders and whatnot. So a big tab, a big thing to focus on is your behavior tab. So what you can do is you set up all of your customer kind of automations. You can apply tags, add them to lists. You can subscribe them to different webinars or any of these things you integrate with. And it's all done with these behavioral rules that you can add after some action has been taken by your customer. So in this case, we're talking about a product purchase. And then you can see there's all different other options: refunds, cart abandonment, declines, and then you have options for the bump offer as well. So just know that inside of here, you can create all sorts of different things that automate after the sale. So after a product purchases, for any of the pricing options, you can integrate or you can pass folks over to, in this case, we have ActiveCampaign integrated, or you can use a custom HTML code again. Just know that you have full flexibility to do that. And what you can do, if you have integrations like this, you can actually add them to a list, an automation, a tag, or create a brand new tag. And it's actually pulling in all of this information from the integrated service. So behavioral rules really make your life a lot easier just to follow up and to segment and, essentially talk to your customer in a really focused way. That's what these behavioral rules do. So without going into super detail, we have another video on that. We'll link that below on the blog post as well. All right, another massive update and a question that we get is, what's up with affiliates? Can I bring on affiliates to promote my own products if I have ThriveCart? And the answer is yes, 100%. And this is a dummy account, like I was saying, so you're not going to see stats or anything, but this is a full affiliate management center. So if you had affiliates promoting, you would see a lot of their stats show up right here in the front. So you have the basic stats. You can filter a lot of different things based off of the folks who are promoting. You can see there's a lot of different payment options. You can search up all different ways. There's automatic payments. There's manual payments you can do. For your affiliates themselves, you can actually dig in and customize a lot of things. So in this case, you can dig in and see a lot of the stats for this specific affiliate, and you can customize their commissions if you wish. So you can do all sorts of different things, look at their payments, check out their profile to really dig in on all their details. There are so many things when it comes to the affiliate center that, I mean, you can just kind of customize this thing like crazy. And just know that there's a lot of behavioral rules as well. So, when you're signing up affiliates, or if you're approving, rejecting, making sales, all these different things, these are all more automations you can set up. So your affiliates are getting communicated with without you having to manually keep up with all this stuff. This kind of just incentivizes folks to keep promoting your work, keep promoting your products and making sales. So inside the affiliate center, you'll have a lot of options. It's a little blank looking because of this dummy account. But if you go to the link below this video, again, we linked up and dove deep into the affiliate center and how to use that. We'll go into detail, great detail in that post. But just know that bringing affiliates on is super powerful. And now the management as well is super easy to manage because it's all built right inside of ThriveCart. All right, so another really cool area of ThriveCart is managing transactions. This is a really simple way to really see who's buying your stuff. If you ever need to refund anybody, issue them another invoice, or any other details about your customers, it's all going to be in this transactions section. You can see all the stats on top here. And then if you wanted to dig into specific transactions, you can either search on top, and then once you find one, you can actually look into here and kind of explore a little deeper. So you can look at any kind of details about that actual customer. You can see their lifetime value, any subscriptions they might be attached to right there, and the products that they actually purchase. And you could break it down, see their invoice, see what they've, if you need to make a refund for that specific product, or if you want to make them an affiliate. All these different options are done inside the transaction list. And it becomes very apparent how powerful this is once you have a list of transactions in there. It's very, very simple to manage. Now, one of the latest updates that came out, and we just made a video on this, so we're going to be kind of light on this in this video, is how to use languages and custom text to use any kind of language you want for your checkout pages and your invoices and any of these other things inside of ThriveCart. So inside of ThriveCart, we now have the option to customize any kind of verbiage that your customers see on sales pages, or on checkout pages, that is, on any of these validation fields. Like if there's errors that pop up, you can now customize that to the language of your choice. Coupon fields, upsells, downsells, your invoice, the whole customer hub where people manage their details, that can all be in the language of your choice now. All of the dunning emails that we were talking about earlier, those can be in the language of your choice, and other general aspects. So it's really, really cool. If you just look at the great detail here, you can customize anything at this point, and then you just kind of cycle through the top. So just know that now languages are not a barrier at all when it comes to ThriveCart. And there's a lot of standard languages as well. So if we go under the actual checkout page option and go to customize, you can see all the different options right here that we have for languages currently. There are more being added in all the time, again, based off of demand. But now, if your language is not under here, you can customize your own or create your own, and then it can be listed right inside of here, kind of like mine is right down there. So languages are cool. That is not something that's going to hold you back anymore. You could start selling in any language and country of your choice. And the very last and the most common question we get is pricing. So at the time of this recording, it's a one-time price of $595, and that is no future payments. That will be changing shortly. So if you're watching this video right now, is recorded April 23rd of 2019. If it's later, it could have changed, but just make sure to kind of keep track of that if you haven't jumped in already. But what's really cool is that we do have this comparison chart that we lined out against the two, I would say, the closest checkout platforms out there, Samcart and Paid Kickstart. And what we did is we made an extensive comparison chart on all these different features you see on the left-hand side and how they stack up against the competitors over there. And then at the very bottom, you can see how the price justification is to where we're at right now. Again, this is the current price, so if you're watching it right now, it'd probably be a good time to get in there. But you can just see how it stacks up and how much money you're going to save and the much better options you're going to get. We're going to keep this table up to date because ThriveCart produces new updates all the time. And like I was saying, there's a big old update coming probably in the next month or so, maybe less, that's going to change a lot of the things that we were talking about, improve it for the better. So now is the time to get in for sure. If you haven't already, go to getthrivecart.com, and there's a ton of bonuses that we give you, including that one-page checkout that I was telling you about. And please definitely check out all the different links below this video. If you're on the blog itself, they're going to be listed. If you're not, let's go to getthrivecart.com and look up this FAQ video. You're going to get all the links if you want to dive into any of these things we discussed in greater detail. So go to getthrivecart.com. That's getthrivecart.com, and check out all the details. Get signed up for that great price that it is right now. You're going to get grandfathered in for all these different updates you get in the future. They're pretty amazing. ThriveCart's really cool, so it'll make you a lot more money. Go to getthrivecart.com, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.